All right. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for coming to the first inaugural DEVMOS. So a little bit about the history of how this got incepted. The initial spark started 2 years ago at Cosmoverse Medellin. The Osmosis and Mars team were having like a joint dinner together, and Larry was lamenting to me about the lack of technical rigor at the talks of Cosmoverse. And I was explaining to him, like, no, look, Cosmoverse is like, it has its role, it has its place, it's more about the exciting product developments and like, spreading the gospel of Cosmos to beyond. But Larry, you're right. We do need a venue for developers to show and tell to each other, share insights, share learnings. We're all like off sort of working on our own little silos a lot of the time. And there's what I noticed was a lot of times people were just like replicating the same learnings that could just be expedited a lot faster if we just had more opportunity to share our insights that we get. And so that's kind of how this started out. And so it took a while to fruition, like I said, like 2 years ago, but it's finally happening. And so, thank you, Larry, for inspiring this. Unfortunately, he's not here, but the talks are recorded, so he will be able to watch them afterwards. So, as I mentioned, the goal here is not focused on product stuff, not focused on DeFi and NFTs and all this stuff, right? It's focused on like the core stack. So, today the topics we're going to be focused a lot on like IBC related stuff, Cosmos SDK core development, especially when it comes to things like performance, security, off-chain compute, extensions, and testing suites. Tomorrow we'll be focused a lot more on indexers, front ends, CosmWasm, and consensus protocols. So, like I said, very, very core stack stuff, which is what I'm really excited for. I think this is the first of its kind Cosmos conference. You might be wondering why I'm dressed like this, why this mascot? Well, when we were trying to figure out when the next OsmoCon/DevMos, this is kind of replaces DevMos for the OsmoCon for the year, we were trying to it should be in Japan. Japan is awesome. But then logistics kind of got in the way, and we're like, okay, that's a little hard. But we wanted to keep some of our, the Japan theme and stuff. So that's kind of how we ended up with that. But yeah, so we decided to pivot to the greatest city on earth, New York City. Home of many Cosmos dev teams, Skip, Stargaze, Stride, Injective, DYDX. So a lot of teams are here. I think New York is the epicenter of crypto right now. Like, John and I, we work from the Paradigm office in like Soho. Like right across the street is like the DYDX office. Right next door is the Uniswap office. It's like crypto is happening in New York. So, be here. One of the, and especially this venue is really cool. For those who don't know, Station 3, this is a crypto co-working space. This whole floor is just filled with crypto companies, and they host events here like I think like multiple times a week, like 3 or 4 events here a week. So this is like just a great resource to have here in the New York community. One of the coolest parts about this venue, other than the literal bull market sigil outside, is my first gig in Cosmos was on this block. So Jim Yang, I don't know if he's here right now, but he was trying to recruit/poach me from Consensus, and he gave me he gigged to like AIB was running a hackathon, and so I hosted a hackathon meetup at the WeWork right across the street. So that's really cool, just coming all back for me to be back here. So I want to give a huge thank you to Amanda. Is she here? I don't think she's here right now, but for helping us procure this venue. Nate from Station 3 for helping us organize this, as well as from the Osmosis team, Kristen, Kelsey, David for organizing this whole thing. And so I'm really excited to kick this off. Like I said, we're going to go very, very low level deep today, but we'll start off with Ollie starting with a high level approach to the interchain developer experience.